Welcome to our virtual tour. We are working at Griffith University in Australia. It is in the state of Queensland, and Griffith University has many campuses. We are working at two of them. One is in the capital of Queensland, Brisbane, and the other one is in the Gold Coast. I'm Associate Professor Jenny Ekberg from the Spinal Injury Project here at Griffith University. First, I just wanted to tell you about our approach towards the treatment for spinal cord injury. So what we do is that we look at the needs of the end users. You guys, people who have spinal cord injury, their friends, their families, the entire community, and we interact with you a lot, and we want to see what you need so that we can work backwards from that. And now I want to welcome you into our laboratory here at Griffith University, up here. So please come with me behind the scenes. So before we go into the lab, we're going to start by going into the nose. If you imagine shoving your finger all the way up into your nose, and you couldn't even get all the way up to the top, but at the top is where you find the cells that we are working with and that we're aiming to transplant from a person's nose into the spinal cord. Because all the way up the nose, you find a nerve that mediates the sense of smell. It's called the olfactory nerve, and it's very unusual because it's constantly regenerating and renewing itself throughout a person's life. And that doesn't happen anywhere else with any other nerve in the nervous system. And the reason why this nerve is regenerating so well is because it has a special type of cell in it. And that cell is called olfactory ensheathing cell. These are the cells that we are working with, that we're taking from the nose, transplanting into the spinal cord. So the first clinical trial in humans using these cells were actually performed here on the Gold Coast by Professor Alan Mackay-Sim, who was the Australian of the Year in 2017. His trial showed that it's safe, it's feasible, and what we are doing is we're trying to make it better. Okay, so here we are in our main lab. You see one of our scientists, Ali, is working here in the background. So this is where we do most of our work.
I'm Dr. Mo Chen. I'm the one making the 3D culture in our team. And I can make the 3D culture like nerve bridge. It's all formed by cells. I can make our OEC nerve bridge. It's all formed by OEC cells. And we also can make a personalized nerve bridge. We can scanning the damaged neuron and making the suitable shape of our 3D culture. And overnight, you can get a nerve bridge.
Now we're in the microscope room. Here we have very advanced microscopes, excellent for studying the olfactory ensheathing cells. And we're going to show you how these work in detail.
Oh hi, I'm Dr. Todd Shelper, and I'm part of the team here at Griffith University looking to develop cell therapy to treat spinal cord injury. So this image on the screen is an example of the type of images we can take on our microscopes. Here you can see the two stumps of an injured spinal cord with the non-functional spinal material in between. The spinal cords here are coloured in red, and what we're able to achieve with our cell therapy is transplanting the OECs into this injured spinal cord. So with the amazing instruments that we have here, we can image down to a cellular level and see exactly what's going on with our transplanted cells here in yellow and the injured spinal cord. We can also see in 3 dimensions what's happening. We can zoom in, look at how those individual OEC projections are interacting with host neurons. And this result is exactly what we're looking for. This gives us real confidence that the results we're seeing here will translate into human trials.
Hi, I'm Professor James St. John, head of the Clem Jones Centre here, and we're very excited by how this therapy is progressing. We know that the cell transplantation can lead to improvements in the animal outcomes, and so now we're getting excited about getting it to clinical trial. But the cells alone aren't enough. Once they've made their connections, we have to allow the nerve cells to find their right targets and to get the threshold. And for that, we need to have long-term rehabilitation. So So what we've done in preparation for our full human clinical trial is that we've already tested the feasibility of delivering an intensive rehabilitation program for people living with spinal cord injury. So the therapy that we're proposing looks like this. The people in the trial will undergo a period of pre-rehabilitation, so rehabilitation before the cell transplantation. They will take a biopsy from their nose to obtain the cells, create the nerve bridges, which will then be transplanted back into the same person. Then after that, they'll have ongoing rehabilitation. In this way, we give the best chance for the cells to do their job and for those targets to be reinforced. So now we're ready to go to full human clinical trial to test the cell transplantation plus rehabilitation. And we're looking for support from around the world to help us.